I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Right. Fucking thing sucks.
Double the intro. Fuck it. YouTube streets.
YouTube streets.
You know, Ronnie, I don't know if we're gonna have DBS tonight, bro. I'm gonna be real with you.
Uh-oh.
I hate to start the show off like this,
Right.
let's just get through the elephant in the room. DBS, he's going through, bro. DBS is going through the worst possible situations right now. He's not gonna be here. He might show up, but I know he ain't gonna be on his computer. He's gonna be on his phone out in the woods somewhere.
Right.
Whoa,
Danger,
man.
shout out to DVS stuck in the system, man. We here, we back, we live. YouTube streets, Ronnie Blue Eyes, New Age Plug, L Plaga, Scandalous Squad. We here. Yeah.
Yeah, New Age Plug, you did it again. You already know what it is. Backed by popular demand, man. And I want to shout out to everybody that's been supporting us. We appreciate it. Like, it's been overwhelming love. A lot of great comments, right, Ronnie?
Yeah, shout out to the whole chat, man. We appreciate you holding it down and riding with us, man. We really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I fucks with you all, man. Hit that like button if you like something. Yo, the love is real, bro. I rock with I'm riding with them, man. They've been showing a lot of love and respect. I appreciate it.
I've been hearing a lot of people, this is, multiple people said this, but they said Ronnie Blue Eyes might have broke down and covered Mackenzie Shirella better than anybody in true crime. They say Ronnie Blue Eyes. They don't say the YouTube streets.
Damn.
How you feel about that?
That's crazy because, first of all, I'm a team player. It's the YouTube streets, and I'm Ronnie Blue Eyes from the YouTube streets, and we riding. But what's crazy to me, bro, is we're just getting started. We're just getting started. We barely scratched the surface, but I appreciate everybody showing that love. It's your guy, Blue Eyes. Shit.
Yeah, so I want to get into Baby Emmanuel tonight, and then I want to talk after Baby Emmanuel. We get into some things. I want to talk about the Wade Wilson. So Team Wade broke up again. So they have another downfall. Slut Lana has been officially kicked
Uh-oh.
out of Team Wade. We'll talk about that later on too, and then I want to talk about the Transformer mass shooter.
Oh, man. That's crazy. That's
So
going to
we'll
be a crazy one.
And then
Yeah.
we'll get into Young Thug too. We'll get into we'll get into a lot of, because Wack 100 might come up tonight at the end. We'll have Wack
Right.
come up at the end. We'll wait for the end, so it's not no,
Yo, it's crazy
gosh,
it's
I'm Wack
yeah, because
fatigued.
it gets crazy. Yo, but it's crazy you brought up the Young Thug thing because I just seen this short, man, by 1090 Jake. Man, shout out to 1090 Jake. And I said, yo, what you a deli boy? You with the comedy? Because he's like, yo, people ask me about the thug and whether he's allegedly a snitch. And he's just chilling at the Roman Coliseum type shit or some shit on vacation. So I was like, oh shit, 1090 out here doing big things, man. Salute.
I'm gonna, I seen that video too, and this is my thing, right? If this was 3 years ago, 1090 Jake wouldn't have made that video. It would have been like, oh, guess who? Guess who? I got a video coming. Now
Right.
the energy switch, maybe, and I think because he's obviously seeing new things, but I also think the reason is because a lot of stuff has transpired in the last year that's happened to him, and to put him in a different light, had his back against the ropes. Like, we could call a spade a spade. I'm not there. It is what it is. His back was against the ropes when it comes to Byron Blake.
Mm,
It's just a fact. I mean, even though Byron Blake might be stretching the truth on shit, it's
yeah.
still every day he wakes up and he has to look over there and see
Yeah.
another video on him.
But he do be reaching. He be forcing shit. Sometimes I feel like he be forcing shit. You right. He be reaching sometimes. But 1090's doing his thing. He's standing on his own shit. But it's a different type of content, right? Like you said, he's putting out different content now than he was years ago, and that might be a step in the direction. That might be the dynamic he's trying to do. Cause we seen him do the interview with what was it, China Brim and Trap Lord Ross, and he actually just interviewed one of my homeboys from Charlestown, my guy, and finally had on a real one from Boston, from Charlestown. So that one's lit. But he might be going switching lanes, bro. You feel me?
That's
He might be
that's what's
working the
up.
YouTube streets, and he just might be making a lane switch. That's what I'm thinking.
That's what's up. But this is the issue, Ronnie. When Gunna and when Yak Gotti was getting exposed, 1090 Jake went hard on them.
He
It's
went
just
hard
now
on a lot of
convenient.
people. Yeah, he covered a
Uh,
lot of people, especially people he had beef with, like King Yella and a few other people that he wasn't getting along with, whatever. He was on their neck hard. So I know what you're saying, but this is what
yeah.
I'm saying. If he sticks to his guns and don't cover it completely or at all with anybody, then I respect it. But if he's just swerving certain ones, then I hear exactly what you're saying. You know what I mean?
And that's fair, man. I appreciate. Hey, that's fair. So let's get into baby Emmanuel. I'm gonna play this video for you, Ronnie, to catch up a little bit on
All right.
why we're here and why the Aryan Brotherhood and some other organizations in California want this chomo dead. And I'm calling him a chomo because, hey, if you're gonna, I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, there's some stuff that's gonna be coming to the light. But let's go.
When 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro was first reported missing in Yucaipa, California, the story shocked the community. His mother claimed she had been attacked in a parking lot and that Emmanuel had been kidnapped. People rallied, law enforcement launched an urgent search, and prayers spread across the country for the safe return of this innocent baby. But as details emerged, it became clear that the nightmare wasn't caused by a stranger. It was rooted inside Emmanuel's own home. From the very beginning, investigators noticed holes in the story given by Emmanuel's mother, Rebecca Haro, and his father, Jake Haro. Instead of being honest, the parents fed detectives a false narrative about a violent kidnapping.
I fell on the floor, and I said as I got up, I couldn't find my son. I got him out of the car seat, and I laid him down so I could get his diapers ready. And somebody said, "Hola," and that's all I remember. And I saw white, and a hearing sound. I fell on the floor, and I said as I got up, I couldn't find my son. I checked all around my truck, and I ran into Big 5, and I asked the lady if she saw a baby or someone with a baby. She said no. It was a happy boy. He smiled.
Whoever took our son, please give him back.
Now both parents, Rebecca and Jake Haro, have officially been charged with the murder of their 7-month-old son, Emmanuel, shattering the lie they fed the public about a violent kidnapping. What began as a frantic search for a missing baby has now turned into a homicide case, with the spotlight firmly on the very people who should have protected him. The comparisons to Florida's Stephen Stearns are striking. Just like Stearns, the Haros presented themselves as grieving, desperate parents, while secretly being the ones responsible for the child's fate. Their deception wasted precious resources, misled the community, and deepened the heartbreak once the truth came out. In both cases, the mask eventually slipped, revealing parents not as victims, but as predators, proving once again that the greatest betrayal is when those entrusted to protect a child become the ones who take everything away. Before the disappearance of baby
Thank you,
Emmanuel,
Holly.
disturbing details had already surfaced about Jake Haro's violent past. Court records reveal that he had previously been convicted of child cruelty after abusing his young daughter, serving time for that crime before being released back into the community. That history of abuse now casts an even darker shadow over Emmanuel's case, raising questions about how someone with such a background was allowed back around children at all. Investigators say the Cabazon home where Emmanuel's parents lived has become central to the search, with Jake's record painting a chilling picture of what may have unfolded behind closed doors.
Y'all want to go down a rabbit hole? Okay, man, New Age Plug, you did it again. This is New Age Plug Investigates, host of the YouTube streets. But shout out to this user named StrawberryGal16 on Reddit. In the True Crime Discussion subreddit page, this case gets darker, super dark. So now this information that we're getting from this user is the brother of Rebecca is a murderer himself, and he killed his girlfriend in 2017, Jalen Amanda Smith. Now, this is just insane of the connection. Now, Rebecca herself is a murderer, murdering her own child, Emmanuel, being charged with it, but we all know she did it or has something to do with it. And just like Rebecca, James, the brother of Rebecca, tried to hide the murder and make it seem like Jalen shot herself. In reality, he killed her, and now he's in prison. And Rebecca's going to be going to prison too. Now, the father of Emmanuel is a known child abuser and has another incident that happened before in 2018. And this was his own daughter that he did this to. And this was a baby, and he tried to say that the baby slipped from his hands when he was bathing her in the sink, and her back was cracking. No, she had broken ribs from him. They were able to look in his search results on his iPad and see that he was looking up how to feed a baby with broken ribs. And it was from him squeezing the baby really, really tight, and he later admitted to this and had to serve time for this. Now, apparently this is the father's lawyer, and this is just plain out embarrassing. Let's like eat him up alive right now.
Cooperating with the police if they're desperate to find the baby and the police are looking for the baby.
I don't know where the statement that they stopped cooperating came from, Ashley. I spoke to the detectives yesterday, offered for Jake to continue to speak with them.
So, Ronnie, that's the lawyer right there. He's basically just justifying. He's representing the dad at that point. But further on, I don't even know if that dude's even representing him now. But to give you an idea of what's going on with that, okay, you got the little first part. Baby Emmanuel still hasn't been found, Ronnie.
This shit made me sick, bro. I gotta tell you, this fucking made my heart hurt, bro. And as soon as I seen the father speak, plug, you know what's coming. You know what's coming, bro. You already know. As soon as I seen that father speak, bro, red flags went up, bro. The body language, the demeanor, the tone of the voice, it was all bad. Right away, I knew, bro. But that shit right there hurt my heart, because that shit is just disgusting, bro. It's sick.
The father did a imitation of Chris Watts. He tried to act like he was in the moment, and it felt like a Chris Watts moment of fake. You know, nothing was real, nothing was genuine. The eye contact was weird.
It was not authentic at all, right? It was very weird body language, and his demeanor, you know.
Now the other part of this, go ahead, Ronnie. My bad.
No, I'm just saying overall his presence was just off. Go ahead.
I agree. And this is the other part of this is you have the police department saying one thing, and then an investigative journalist from News Nation, Brian Eaton, saying another thing. And I was going to release this video individually, but I didn't do it this week. I held it for this live because I want to show, like, this is one of those rare times where I think the news people got it right, or I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all decide, but I'm gonna play another clip, Ronnie. Let's go. The death of baby Emmanuel has definitely shocked America and has even woken up the gang members in LA and all across California. They want this dude's head on a stick. So that's not why we're here, though. So somebody is lying to us. So Brian Ensign put this report out that a jailhouse snitch, or a fake person in the jail, like an undercover cop, this is reported by him, got a full confession from Jake Haro, but the police are saying something way different, and it's caused some tension. Now, Brian Ensign responded back saying he's standing on business, and he's doubling down on his report, but the police are saying none of this is true. Now, let's get straight into it.
Emmanuel's father, sources tell me, Jake Haro, told a fake inmate in the jail that he killed baby Emmanuel and put the baby in a trash can in his house. Let me repeat that again. Sources say that Jake Haro told a fake inmate in the jail that he killed baby Emmanuel and put the baby in a trash can in his house.
I can tell you that that's not true. It's there's no confession made in jail. I'll go back there and then I'll come back to you, Rob. Yes. Well, see, that's not true. So I don't know where you. Well, no. See, this is what happens when you've got all these folks out there online and these keyboard warriors. You get a lot of misinformation, and what you just said is not true. It's misinformation. So that's what I'll tell you did not happen. Okay? I can't talk about the facts of the case. Well, no, I'm giving you information about baby Emmanuel. I'm giving you information about the cases and the investigation, but what you just said did not happen. So, it's not I can't be responsible for when you guys get it wrong. Go ahead.
So he is basically saying that Brian Ensign's reporting is wrong. He even had an interview with somebody close to the case from that county, and they were actually getting into detail of the jailhouse snitch. So I don't know how he's wrong. I'm actually siding with Brian Ensign on this, because Brian Ensign could have easily said he was wrong and took the videos down, but instead he doubles down. He stands on business. Listen to this.
Hey guys, so I'm in Minneapolis covering the awful church shooting, but I wanted to get on here for a second and just clear something up. So a lot of you have been messaging or putting in the comments about my story involving what Jake Haro said to informants within the jail as part of what's known as a Perkins operation, which I explained in my latest video. And the district attorney today at the press conference said there was no confession. So I just want you guys to know that I am standing by my reporting. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch my latest YouTube video. I talked to my sources again. And if you guys know, I mean, I know I have a lot of new followers on YouTube, but if you guys who know me know how seriously I take this job and how seriously I take reporting factual information. And if I ever did make a mistake, I would immediately own up to it. But I am standing by my reporting. And I realize that the district attorney said that there was no confession from Jake Haro, baby Emmanuel's dad. But I don't know what his definition legally of a confession is. That may be different, you know. But I'm standing by everything that I reported in my video from yesterday about the Perkins operation, about the informant, about that happening in the jail, and about what Jake Haro said. And I have...
So a Perkins operation is when they take an individual that could be a cop, it could be an informant, it could be anybody, and they put them in the cell with Jake. They put them, but this is the thing, and I take back what I said on that video where I was siding with the media.
Right.
I was told there's no way they would have brought an inmate in there to do that, to do that. So they would have had to done it in intake, or they would have to do it in some other form of fashion. They're not going to put anybody with Jake. So but I'm not going to lie. This is a weird situation when you got Brian Ensign doubling down after usually when the police come out and they say something like that, you have to go, because look, the New York Post covered this. The New York Times took his article. He's blowing up. I mean, he's already been blowing up, but this situation is it's interesting. I never in the hip hop media, you never seen anything like this. This is where is the police lying to us, Ronnie?
Right. These are dirty, dirty people, bro. And as far as these babies being involved, man, these fucking people are heartless, dirtbag, dirty, degenerate scumbags. Like, it really gets to my core, because that shit ain't right. But you gotta remember, man, shit is scandalous, bro. It's a scandalous world, bro. Look what happened with the Rampart scandal in Cali and Biggie and Tupac and everything else in this world. And JFK, it's like, you never know, bro. We know there's just as many crooked cops as there are stand-up cops. You know what I mean? So it's like, some of them, not all of them, but we both know some of them is crooked as the letter S, bro. We know that. We've seen it. We've been there. So you know how it go.
It's very similar to Stephen Stearns and Jennifer Soto into the fact where I think this woman was getting abused to the point where she believes whatever, because the police have came forward and already said that Jake is the one that murdered this baby. This baby is no longer alive, and Jake is the one doing it. Now the mom is in there. Obviously, I think her charge is going to go into accessory or something, but she's still telling everybody, you know, it was the Ola man, the guy that was creeped out, said Ola, you know. I don't know what that is. That Ronnie, is that from abuse, or like, is she? Because I want to play another.
It was the person that said hello in Spanish.
Yeah, she's saying that somebody kidnapped the baby, and that's not what happened. But I'm gonna play another clip. Oh, DBS, you're here. DBS is here too.
Before you play the clip, that's the same father that was in the video saying, "Please give our son back," right? Because that shit that was red flags there.
Yes,
I mean?
yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Yes, what up? Stuck in the system. He's back. YouTube Street Sweet Riding Cadillacs. What up?
Well, I thought he was here.
Well, drop the video now.
Go into private chat when you pull up, DBS. That way you're not just up here as dead space, brother. I don't know what's going on there. But I'm gonna play this clip of Gunners Collective. Now I know Gunners Collective isn't a great source,
Right,
but
right,
when it comes to meth heads that
right,
killed their baby, I think he would know who these people are. I'm just
right.
saying.
I've been
I
watching him for
think
a while. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Just it's all rack at the end of the day. It's all entertainment, you know what I mean? But like I said, man, just with Charleston White, right? There'd be a lot of bullshit, but within that bullshit, every once in a while there will be a little gem. You know what I mean?
Yep. I'm
And
gonna play
and
this real quick.
and, and a lot of lies, you'll find the truth sometimes.
Let me know what you think about
So
this.
yesterday,
Someone
got a
told
hold of
this
me.
to this guy.
Someone who lives very close and knows Rebecca and Jake Haro pretty good. And this person told me a story and kind of cleared all the speculation up for me. And I thought if for no other reason I should put this out here because I think I
Shout
figured
out
it
to
out.
Dubs.
Orale. On the tira, I got you, carnal. Here we go, Hums. From one dude from up north to a dude down south. See how when we unite, things can get done, right?
And hey,
I
remind
thought
me,
that
we're
when
gonna
I
talk
look
about
at
that
this
later,
mother,
north
right?
to south. But good.
Rebecca,
Yep,
and I don't even
yep.
want to call her mother. When I look at this monster and I look at Jake, they remind me of people I know. They remind me of a particular family that I've been around, that I know, that their home is methed out the game. It's all methed up in there, right? They have family members ODing. These are the type of people that are committing fraud and scams, welfare fraud and food stamp fraud and EDD fraud. And they're all on fucking workman's comp and they're scamming it that way. And no one in the household works. All the men, you know what I'm saying, sleep in. All the women get up early, look stupid. I mean, just I've been around a family like this where nobody in the family works. They all get their food stamps and have barbecues every fucking weekend until the shit runs out and the kids are starving, eating top ramen and Takis, right? I've seen this. I've lived through it. I've been a part of it, not involved, but in the immediate surroundings of it. So I've seen families like this. And these people reminded me of that. People that don't take care of their children. People that have their kids outside
My bad.
around, their kids running around outside in diapers all shitted on, right? I've seen this. And I've been like, wow. Women that go out and leave their kids and have the biggest bottle of Benadryl that I didn't even know that existed. Go team, right? I'm just like, damn.
Yeah.
Melatonin for reals. These types of things I've
See,
seen.
a
But
whole
one
lot of
thing I've never
bullshit
seen
with a little
is
bit of
the
truth.
people go
Yeah, I
as
see
far
what he's
as
doing. Listen though,
killing
he
their
says something
children or
crazy in
hurting their
this.
children other than emotionally screaming and still abuse is abuse. You can't get around it. But I've never seen hacksaws lie and fucking and fabricated stories of Mr. Ola, right? I've never seen that. That was above and beyond reproach. That right there was crazy. Well, so there's a reason why there is no birth certificate for baby Emmanuel. And it's about time that I tell you after 8 minutes into this video and you've been waiting. It's because one doesn't exist. It's because baby Emmanuel was not born in a hospital in that area. Baby Emmanuel was born in that methed up house. Let me explain.
Whoa.
So according
Breaking
to this guy
news.
who knows
Breaking
the family
news.
very well,
Yo, that's
him and his
crazy.
wife, who's a friend of Rebecca's, this house right here is very known for the whole family getting high. You know, and when a woman does meth while she's pregnant,
Damn, he up here
if she
singing like
goes
a
to the hospital,
canary.
they're going to administer blood tests. They're going to check and make sure the woman is healthy enough to give birth because, again, that's what a hospital does. You know, they want to make sure that the baby is safe and the mother is safe delivering that baby, whether it's a C-section, a natural birth, however the hell they do it, right? They still got to make sure the mom is up to par. They're not trying to lose anyone. It's not what hospitals do. Now, most women know that they're going to do blood tests. So anything you have in your bloodstream will show in a test. Okay? How do I know I've been through that situation? I'm not going to say which baby mama, but let's just say I had a baby mama that had some shit in her stream. It was all bad, right? So from what this guy tells me is Rebecca did not want to go to the hospital.
Oh, hold
because
up,
she
plug.
was
Yeah,
bleeding at the
yeah, I
time.
know.
He's speaking
And
from experience,
Jake
bro.
I
bleeding
He,
at the
know.
he
time.
don't
I
need
They
know.
his baby
always
It
mama
would
that's the
messed up.
whole family.
he spoke too
And I'm not
much
gonna
right
say the
there.
whole family,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
definitely
But
the brother.
But that was the
who
most important part I wanted y'all to hear is he's basically saying that baby Emmanuel was born in the house and has no birth certificate, and no social security card.
That's crazy.
I don't know if that's true. I just know that he's a major YouTuber that's reporting on this case, and that's why I'm covering and see what he said because
Right. So
he yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so do you think he's insinuating that some type of kidnapping or like human trafficking going on there? Like I was trying to read between the lines. You think that's where he's going with it, or he's just saying what he knows with it?
Well, the brother of Jake died from an overdose in that house, and then so
Yeah.
that's why he's putting. And then allegedly they're all on shards, and there was a bunch of blood that was found. Now the blood that was found was older blood. It could have been from like a past,
Previous.
abuse,
Right.
but in reality, what that blood is actually when Emmanuel was born.
Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So hold up. The baby was born in the house, bro? Or
Imagine a YouTuber looking up a baby's birth certificate. What the fuck?
uh that's crazy.
I don't know. I don't. I mean,
This whole shit is crazy. We've
that.
seen, but believe it or not, buddy, we fucking seen and heard worse, unfortunately. Like, look at what who did posting pictures of what and that other podcast over there. Like, we've seen some shit, so we've heard it all. Not saying it's right, but nothing surprises me no more. You know what I
But
mean?
but nobody looked up the baby's birth certificate. He was
But we
told.
don't do
So
that shit over here. Yeah,
he
let's
was,
just throw
but
that out
he
there
didn't
right
even
quick.
do it. He didn't even
Right.
do it. He was
Right.
told us. He was told this by a woman that
He's
helped her
repeating the
birth the baby.
story that he was told. Right.
Yes, by the woman that was birthing, that was there birthing the baby.
That's crazy. I'm still. So the baby was born in the house, bro. Not at the hospital.
Boy, that's what that. Hey, that's what they're saying. It was born in the house. Now I don't know. I don't know. It's pretty crazy though. For somebody with that many subs, I don't think he's
Right.
gonna. I don't know, bro. I don't think he is he gonna cap like that on a true crime case. Now I know in that prison drama shit he was doing
Yeah,
some of
you
that.
can't do that shit because listen, the facts are the facts. What goes up must come down. What's in the dark must come to light. So eventually we're gonna find out the truth. So it's only a matter of time. So you can't really bullshit up here with this true crime.
Now we're gonna do one more video. Now it's a longer video. I don't know how far we're gonna get into it, but Long Crime did put their own update of what's
Yeah.
going on right now with this case. So let's get refreshed. Let's roll up YouTube Street. Smash the like button. Hit there's a hype button now
Oh
for
yeah,
hyping.
hype us up. Hype us up.
Hype our
What?
regular
Get
videos
hype.
up.
Yeah, hype it up. Let's go. YouTube streets. Yeah.
This is the story that has people across the country asking what happened to Emmanuel Haro. And now police say his parents may be lying.
I got him out of the car seat and I laid him down and so I could get his diapers ready.
I
And
don't
somebody said,
believe you.
hold on, that's all I remember.
This video per KABC of his mom
I started
speaking to
thinking,
television cameras after she
maybe
claimed
the
she was
possibility.
attacked
Pause it
and her
real quick.
son was abducted. Here's what the baby's dad.
Yeah, when I start talking, that's when you pause it, Kayla. You'll get the hang of it.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yes, no, we can, we really do
Look,
appreciate you. No, so basically, at first when I heard her story, I was like, well, maybe the dad maybe that did happen. Maybe the dad fucking planned a fake thing. But then when you
That's
hear the police
insane.
report and you
Right.
hear what the police said, they actually said this has been going on for months, this
That's
abuse.
crazy.
So she
But
knew about
how
it.
are they letting this continue for months? If this is taking place for months and you know about it, or did they find out after the fact, allegedly? After the fact. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's the issue. There was red flags with the previous child that he would, and there's also
Oh,
a
bro,
rumor too that
there's more red flags than the blood neighborhood right here, bro. This is crazy.
red flags in a blood neighbor. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, God. And then this is another thing, Ronnie. There's a possibility that this baby might not even be his, bro.
Mm. Damn, talk about wow. That shit just got deep, right? Cause talk about motives, right?
Mm. I think the motive is he's a sick fuck, but let's go.
Facts. That's a
Said,
whole
looking
fact.
straight into the
Know
camera.
that.
Whoever took our son,
That's a
please
dead
give him
man
back.
right there. Like,
But now law
if
enforcement
the
in Southern
Aryan
California
brother,
say they
so the Aryan Brotherhood, they technically are not going to be the ones that are going to do the job, but they want the job to be done. So it has to go through us these gang politics of
Right, right.
another and Ronnie, you might be able to break. I don't know if you can.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Do what you can. Say what you
You,
can. Don't go
yeah,
too
we don't want to
crazy.
say too much, but basically certain groups, right? I don't want to, incriminate anybody, but certain groups have alliances with other groups, and they make sure they make ways to get shit done. You feel me? So
Right,
one way
right.
or another, things gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Ultimately, his race is going to have to deal with the issue, and what I've heard, they are, if they have the chance to.
Yeah. We
And
spoke about this the other day. You got to clean up your own mess, take out your own trash. You know what I mean?
hey, and we heard of people going to PC on purpose to do stuff like that. So
Of course,
people
crashing out to
saying that,
crash out.
oh, he goes to SNY, not gonna happen, or goes PC, not gonna happen. It's a
Listen,
possibility it still might happen.
bug, there's still killers, solid dudes that got dropped out for no bad reason, right? There's still people in there that will kill you. Whether somebody checks in just to check you or not, there's still possibility that somebody crazy might just kill you, bro. You know what I mean? That you got all kinds of people in there. You got gay people which could still fight. You got snitches that could still fight. You got people that dropped. It's not that they're still killers. You feel me? So some of these people, not all of them, they're all dirtbags, pieces of shit. But some of them in PC will still kill you. We gotta remember
Big facts.
they have dropout gangs in the PC unit.
Savage
That's
Studios was in an
crazy,
SNY yard, and he still, he might have died by the end of the gun, but at the
right?
same
Well, he
time, he
tried to
wasn't
live by
no.
it. He claimed to
Yeah,
live by it, so he
yeah,
ended up dying by it.
very true.
Can't rule out foul play, and they are having a hard time trusting what these two parents are saying now that the 7-month-old child is still missing and mom and dad have reportedly lawyered up. We're on the case
Yo,
presented by
Pug, hold
Law and
on right
Crime.
quick, right?
I'm
Yeah,
Chris
yeah,
Stewart.
yeah.
Yo, you see me just pop my shit. I'm just a kid from the projects, right? Imagine the field day, the CIA, the FBI, the DI, whatever, the government, right? Imagine the field day they had combing through these videos. Talk about if I can see a red flag, I'm just a kid from the hood, right? What do I know? I'm just Boston dude, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When the CIA broke down them videos, bro, if I could catch them red flags in the body language and the demeanor and the tone of voice and the delivery, etc., imagine what they was capable to do and able to do. You feel me?
Oh, you know what's really gonna piss you off? I forgot to say this. The judge in the previous case, on the previous child abuse case, instead of giving him prison time, gave him probation, giving him a second chance, saying he deserved a
Yo.
second chance.
Yo, see,
Yeah.
this is the shit that makes me the most mad on YouTube, right? And in life. You'll have somebody catch a little weed charge or driving without a license, and my ass go straight to jail. Then you got some scumbag pieces of shit hurting women and children. They're getting bailed out and they're getting life sentences and a few years and a slap on the wrist. That's some bullshit. If anybody deserves, I'm from the hood. I'm not a gangster no more, but I used to be with the shits. I don't want to see nobody go to jail. But if anybody deserves to be locked up, tortured, and beaten, right? It's these scumbags that hurt women and children, specifically children. So this is crazy that they're getting a slap on the wrist when they deserve the most, you know?
Yeah, bro. It's sad, dude. It's so fucking sad. Ah, my gosh.
It's tragic.
The only thing that makes me happy with this case, knowing that Jake is that happened in California.
Yeah,
This happening in California because we know how strict California politics and prison are.
very
We know
strict.
if this is Florida, I'd be like, damn it, fuck. Stephen Stearns might never ever happen to that motherfucker.
Right,
The chances of Jake Haro getting touched now in California system of what we know is way higher than fucking Stephen Stearns getting touched.
right.
Pino, he could say I think Pino probably agreed to that actually. I don't think he would deny that. I don't think the prison dudes in Florida would deny that. You know,
And bro, you gotta remember it ain't just the father, it's the mother, right? What about the mother? So she's gonna face consequences too if or when she ends up in prison or jail or even just the holding tank for a minute, you know what I mean? The fish tank.
yeah, her defense is gonna be abuse and mental. I think she'll
But
try to get,
but you got the same organizations we were talking about. They got reach with the females. You feel me? They got
oh, that's a good
sisters.
point. It's a good
They got
point.
peoples. Their peoples got people.
They
So you
got
never
they call
know.
them property, I think,
You
technically.
already know. Scandalous shit.
Property of the Aryan Brotherhood. They better watch their fucking asses. I know that. Let's go.
You got a lot, MA. You got a lot out there. California is dangerous.
Super. All right, we might have ads too, y'all. So
I have
bear
new
with us.
information in the search for 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro. We just spoke to a national nonprofit today, and they told us why they stopped helping in the search for this 7-month-old boy. I'll get to that in just a moment, but let's talk about why law enforcement are having a hard time believing Emmanuel's parents. Here's a picture of the 7-month-old child. We first learned his name Thursday night. His mom called police from a strip mall, and she had a terrifying story about what she said just happened.
I got him out of the car seat and I laid him down and so I could get his diapers ready. And somebody said, "Hola," and that's all I remember.
That video per KABC
And they try to blame it on a
Mom's name is
Mexican.
Rebecca
That's what's even
Haro.
more
She
fucked
has that-
up. That's
Yeah,
why that's why the
Listen,
boys are.
that's gonna play pot on his pot when he gets in there too. Believe that.
Shiner under her right
Good
eye.
point. Good
She
point,
says
Ronnie.
she got the black eye in this strip mall parking lot in Yucaipa, California. She said she was there because she was at her other son's football game Thursday night. They needed to get something from the Big Five sporting goods store. But when she was in the parking lot, young Emmanuel, just 7 months old, needed his diaper changed. And while she was doing that, someone came up and attacked her. Here's what she told KTLA.
I was gonna get the diaper and somebody said, "Hola," and I didn't see nothing since. I woke up right here on the floor and I didn't see Emmanuel.
Now, she claims that someone came up to her in that parking lot. All she remembers them saying is "Hola," and the next thing she knew, she blacked out. She says she was attacked, and when she woke up, little Emmanuel was gone. Now, at that point, deputies started searching the area. This is happening an hour east of Los Angeles. But this story, which, if it actually happened, is a parent's worst nightmare, appears to be falling apart. Over the weekend, San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies released a statement, and they said that they found inconsistencies in the mom, Rebecca's story. And when they pushed her about that, they say she stopped talking to them. Now, on top of that, the Uvalde Foundation for Kids, which is a national nonprofit, it advocates for children. They were helping in the search for Emmanuel when this story first broke. They were offering reward money as well. But in light of this news from law enforcement, they are no longer helping in the search. Lawandcrime.com reached out to the nonprofit, and this is what they told us, quote, "We are receiving information that Emmanuel was not even reported to have been seen at the football game. The mother alleged they were all at as an eyewitness report that the mother's apparent bruise acquired during the attack at the Big Five was in fact acquired previous to the incident."
It was
awaiting
definitely
further
previous, and it was
confirmation from
Jake put hands on her. Jake definitely put hands on her.
Yeah.
And another thing too is the money that they were going to put up for the reward. They need to take that money and put it up for whoever kills Jake Haro in prison deserves unlimited commissary for life, as long as they're not a chomo or did anything to women and children.
Yeah.
If someone in PC that's in there for snitching kills Jake Haro, they deserve unlimited commissary for life, because that's probably the only other reason they checked in from their gang or something like that, which us civilians wouldn't really care about. You're still, you can redeem yourself with other members too. You go ahead and kill that dude. Just go ahead and take that dude out. Do the world a favor, man.
Calm is a motherfucker, bro. You gotta remember, calm is a bitch, and that bitch will bite you.
Law enforcement, all of these, coupled with our previous notes, have led to our decision. Now, here's specifically what law enforcement said on Sunday. Quote, investigators interviewed multiple individuals, including Emmanuel's parents.
Thank you, Ira. Need fisticuffs for the donation. Appreciate you, bro.
Rebecca was confronted with inconsistencies in her initial statement and declined to continue with the interview. At this point in the investigation, investigators are unable to rule out foul play in the disappearance of Emmanuel. Now, here is the home where Emmanuel lived with his parents per online court records. TV cameras saw detectives investigating at Emmanuel's house overnight, and we're still waiting on an update today if that search found anything related to this case.
So
Haro's 2-year-old daughter has
Ronnie,
been
they took him out. They took the dad out, Jake. They
Right.
took him out because he's like, hey, I could show you where the body was, or show you where I
That's
think it is.
crazy.
They didn't say what he said to even get him out there, but they got him out there. He didn't find shit.
But they
You
didn't
know,
confirm that, right?
no. Well,
Because you got to remember
yeah.
whether you know, and I hate to even say this. God bless. I hope the baby's alive and well, but God forbid, like he was passed away, or let's say he's alive, right? Whatever it is, the parents know, and they're co-conspirating. You could just tell they're lying from their body language, the way they're speaking. I could just tell from the jump, the red flag. So imagine what the police they're gonna find out. You know what I mean? But yeah, bro, it's just too many red flags. But no
For them
matter
to get
what,
charged with murder, what do you think they have, Ronnie? Because think about this, they don't have a body, so
right,
they have to have, they would have to have
some
something
type
that.
the heavy evidence, heavy. They would have
But
to have something
what
heavy to
is it?
make it
What is
stick.
the evidence? What is the evidence? You think it's
Right,
something in their freaking phones, like they
right.
post,
Well, whatever it is, they co-conspirated. Even if the child ain't dead, right? And hopefully he's alive. And God forbid, bro, you got to remember. What if the
the
father's
police said
affiliated?
the police said he's gone. So the
What if the
police have
father's
some.
affiliated, right? Or he got
Oh
enemies,
lordy.
or he's into some human traffic. You never know, because he's saying he ain't even the father, so he might have did some crazy shit out of spite. But if they're saying that the baby is dead, then that's unfortunate and that's a tragedy.
So you're saying, so you think that, I'm not saying you think this, but you're saying this is a possibility that
Right.
Emmanuel could be still alive in human traffic.
And or kidnapped, because let's say this dude had enemies or was affiliated in some kind of like human trafficking ring or something like that, and he found out she cheated on him and the baby ain't his or something. You never know. This is a crazy world we live in, bro. We've seen and heard things we wouldn't even imagine could happen. So I'm just saying, is it a possibility? Yeah, but fortunately,
I think the police took that out of court. I think the police yeah, I'm pretty sure
I
this is
was
what they
gonna say
said.
they'll get to the bottom
They
of it.
they said the baby Emmanuel is no longer with us, right? They have
Wow.
so much evidence against that now. That what the evidence is, it could be them taking pictures because they're idiots. Them taking
Yeah.
pictures, post.
Well, like you
Uh,
said, there was blood there, but that was allegedly from the pregnancy.
yeah. That's what. See, that's where Gunners Collective comes in and fucking tries to shake shit up. I don't know. I think
Right.
that that blood could be. I don't know, bro. Could be anything. We can't
True.
believe Gunners Collective. I think we have to go by what the police say, right?
Yeah, facts.
What the
Facts.
police say. Even though police do lie, but when it comes to
He
a
said,
case with a
speaking of
baby,
dropouts,
oh shit, what happened?
he's like, nah, she's like, speaking of dropouts, we gotta remember what Gunna Collective said.
Yes,
You feel me? Shout out to Dubs, man.
the son at the football game would 100% know that Manuel wasn't there. Yes, but was Emmanuel already? Did they bring Emmanuel dead to the football game? Because that was another possibility, right? That they took pictures of him
Right.
post, but I don't know.
Now, now listen, if your baby was kidnapped, any parent, every parent would be completely upset, right? Of course, of course, of course, that's your baby, right? But when I watch them videos, bro, they seem nervous. Not nervous for their baby's well-being, but nervous for themselves. You feel me?
Yeah, nah, yep.
Straight
All right,
nervous.
let's go,
Moved from the
kills.
house per KTLA. It also came to light that Emmanuel's dad, Jake, is currently on parole. He was convicted in 2023 of cruelty to children. That was related to a 2018 arrest. Now, even though law enforcement have said that foul play can't be ruled out, it certainly has lit a fire under the public and wanting to know what happened. It appears there are family members of the Haros sticking by their side. Emmanuel's grandmother spoke to local media. She said that the couple are homebodies. They love their son. They wouldn't do anything to hurt him. She also said that Rebecca stopped cooperating when law enforcement wanted her to take a lie detector test, and her husband recommended they get a lawyer. Now, Emmanuel's dad also cried on TV, pleading for help from the public.
One second, real quick, Brian.
He even
What
addressed
Brian
the
said, real
person
quick. So are we sure that he's got a green light on him? The system protects predators on a systemic level in every aspect of society. Very true statement. But
Right.
this is what the facts
This
are.
is California.
The fact is he does have a green 110%. He does have a green light on him. But will he ever get touched? That's where, it's high, the percentage is high because it is California. And we've seen people make maneuvers, get in the PC and make the move. Now, we know that this is a very, very, prison political thing where the AD
Right.
technically won't be able. I'm sure they would still do it if they had a chance to do it, but they're
Yeah.
going the right way of doing it. And I can't really, you guys could put two and two together. I think Irony Fisticuffs, he's from that area. He could definitely put it all together. You know what I'm saying? Timu, all the Latinos in here, salute to y'all.
Yeah, because we was talking about Dubs and Gunna and the Norteños and the Sureños, and then you have the MA, the Mexican Mafia, the Aryan Brotherhood, and a lot of these people in some certain situations when it comes to riots and wars, they have certain alliances with shit pop offs. Know what I mean, this is the agreement. This is how we're gonna move. So there's business conducted behind the scenes, so shit could get done. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely poor baby had shaken syndrome.
Yo, a lot of
Yep.
people in the chat are saying, it could have been shaken baby syndrome, and that's so unfortunate. But that looks like one of the highest probabilities or possibilities, in my opinion, at the time, with the information we've gathered so far. I think, from the jump, there might have been problems, and eventually the baby unfortunately passed away, and they panicked and did some dumb shit, and now they're gonna have to pay the consequences, but we're yet to find the proof for the body. But eventually, something will turn up. But God forbid, it's a tragedy even talking about it. But God
Oh,
rest that baby's soul.
having four kids, knowing what a baby wants, it's only like one or two to three things. For somebody to shake a baby, that's how stupid you are to not figure out it either wants to be fed, it either needs his
Yeah,
diaper changed, or the tummy might hurt, or maybe it just wants you to cuddle it. How about
right,
trying to
right.
hold it, Jake, you piece of shit? I would fuck, you know what, dude? Dude, I hate this
I'll
fucking
beat the
guy.
dog shit out of this fucking
Dude, this guy's
degenerate
a pussy
dirtbag.
four. Look at his fucking
Yeah,
glasses,
he's a
dude.
scumbag, bro. You could see he was
Jeez.
shaking for his fucking life. He was scared to death, bro. He had the STDs, bro. He was scared to death.
Yeah, he's gonna get his shit expanded in fucking California. Hope one of those booty
Oh,
bandits get him.
facts.
All right, let's go.
that his wife claims took his son. Here's what he told KABC TV cameras.
Whoever took our son,
Looks like Chris Watts. Look,
please give him back.
Again, Jake
it's a
Haro, the
fucking
dad,
Mexican
he's
Chris
currently on
Fucking
Watts.
probation. He's
horrible
slated to
actor.
appear next month in court on an alleged probation violation. It's unclear if that has any connection to the disappearance of his son. One other note. We looked through the parking lot on Google Maps where Rebecca says that she was attacked and where Emmanuel was taken, and it does appear that there are security cameras on the sides of buildings, but it doesn't appear to this point, or at least it's unclear whether anyone has information of the incident that she claims happened. Emmanuel Haro's dad, Jake, has hired an attorney who says he is not representing Emmanuel Haro's mom, Rebecca, but that attorney is pushing back on the notion that Jake Haro is not cooperating with the investigation. I'll get to
Yo,
what that
hold
attorney
on, bro.
said in just a moment.
That means he's gonna try to put it on the mother. Push comes to shove, he's putting it on the mother.
It's funny. So he gave an interview to a news channel, which I think it was just like written. I think it was, it wasn't audio or nothing, but he says, well, it would be a jail call, so somebody could get it. But basically he said that the mother is a great mom and that he wants the community to raise enough money to free her.
Damn.
Yeah, he actually is, and she's on the other end saying the same story. So they haven't technically turned on each other in the public. Now, what's going on in those,
Right.
I don't
Not
know, man.
yet. Not yet. When they turn up the heat though, and they're facing L, they're facing life, bro. Them L's come out, they're gonna be pointing at each other like fucking, you know what I mean? They're gonna be singing like canaries real quick.
Now Anthony Wood says the mom looks like the poop emoji, but I don't know. I don't know. I'll let you be the judge on that. Let's go.
Moment, but here's some of the latest
Yeah, she
updates we have from
definitely
law
does.
enforcement out of San Bernardino County. We know that deputies have now seized a family vehicle from the house of Emmanuel Haro. A 2-year-old has also been removed from the home. This is video shot by missing persons private investigator Steve Fisher, who's been on the ground in San Bernardino County this week. This is the Haro's house from above. Steve's going to join me in just a moment to talk about what he saw. Overnight, an online blogger who goes by Abby Blabby spoke to News Nation, and she talked about a conversation she said she had with the adoptive mom of Emmanuel's now 7-year-old half-sister. Again, this was in an interview on News Nation, that blogger talking about the young girl who is now named Promise, a girl who is now blind, who cannot talk or speak, she says. The adoptive mom
That's another
of
thing,
that girl
Ronnie.
is
The
cousin
other
of
kid
a
Red
is
flag,
bedridden.
red flag, red flag, flag on
Yep.
the play. Flag on the
Flag on.
play. 'Cause
Yep.
listen,
Yep.
not to be disrespectful, but people pointed out in the chat that some of them pictures look like there could have potentially been some issues with the baby. So if there's issues with the sister, this might have been a pattern, a history of this is
Bro,
fucked
that
up.
the one he got arrested for and was supposed to go to prison for. That
Yeah,
baby is bedridden. That baby can't do nothing. That baby can't walk. Still alive and living through this.
that's crazy, bro.
Haro's ex-wife. In 2023, Haro was convicted of willful child cruelty. That is according to online court records that we have. The Daily Breeze has an affidavit that says that the infant was admitted to the hospital with fractured ribs. This incident happened in 2018, and Haro is currently on probation related to it. That girl, again named Promise, is now 7 years old. This case is not connected to the search for young Emmanuel, but it is details related to Emmanuel's dad and his criminal history. It's unclear what happened to Emmanuel Haro. All we have from law enforcement is that they're still searching for him, and his parents have made those pleas on television in hopes of finding their son. All of this started in this parking lot last week on Thursday night when Rebecca Haro said she was attacked in Yucaipa, California, which is east of Los Angeles. Rebecca said that she took Emmanuel with her and she was going into a sporting goods store after being at a football game for one of her other children. They needed a mouth guard or something like that to bring back to the football game. Emmanuel, though, needed a diaper change. So Rebecca says before they were going to go into the store, she had Emmanuel in the car and she was going to change him. She says she then heard someone say, "Hola," and that is all she remembered. She says she blacked out. She woke up,
Yo,
she had a
bro,
black
hold on.
eye, and Emmanuel.
Is she saying this all allegedly happened at the store when they stopped to get a mouthpiece?
Yeah.
Because these stores and these places and these highways will have cameras
Yeah,
of
no,
the alleged abduction.
they definitely have surveillance of her. I think he'll probably show this. So,
Of course.
but yeah, it definitely, and you don't see no incident like that. You just see her parked, and I think she
Now,
probably just called 911 or something.
now, while we're here, touch on the father's criminal history right quick.
Oh, you want me to touch on the father's criminal history?
Yeah.
The only other case I know is that the one where he hurt his the other child, where she's bedridden, and then the
Okay.
judge gave him probation, gave him
Wow.
an
So
NBA
there's a
YoungBoy
history of this
deal.
shit. This is crazy. Are they addicts? Do you know that? Are they drug
Well,
addicts? The
Gunners
parents?
Collective says they're addicts. Gunners Collective says
The
they're
Met, the
shard
Met.
heads. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But we need to find out if there's actual history of, documented history of drug addiction. That's not to excuse it. That's just to give me
His brother
more
died.
knowledge.
His brother OD'd in that house, so off that. But
But
I don't
that's a
know.
red
I
flag, bro.
can't
You've hurt
tell.
a child in the past. Another one's hurt on your watch. This ain't no coincidence. It's as simple as that.
Like I could look at Big Lance when he was on shards, and I could tell he was on shards. I can't look at
Right.
these people and tell for some reason they're on shards. I don't know. So I don't know. Gunners Collective could be just be full of shit, which he's been full of shit before.
Of course. Yeah,
He's not Brian Enton. Let's
nah,
just
nah. Nah, he be lying like a rug, bro. Come on.
he be lying like a motherfucker, bro. All right, let's go.
was gone. She ran into the store for help, but no one had seen the boy. She called police, and then she went on the news with this story.
I got him out of the car seat, and I laid him down and so I could get his diapers ready. And somebody said, "Hola," and that's all I remember.
She told that to KABC TV, and then she went to another TV station, KTLA, and spoke to them saying the same story.
I was gonna get the diaper, and somebody said, "Hola," and I didn't see nothing since. I woke up right here on the floor, and I didn't see Emmanuel.
The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Office said they found inconsistencies in Rebecca's story.
Hey, let me tell you something. That probably did happen, but she probably owed the plug money. The baby already passed away. They already did that to the baby, and that probably did happen that day. She probably just owed the plug money, got fucking pistol whipped.
Yo.
All those shards.
She pieced on the plug, bro.
Deputies then said they could not rule out foul play in the disappearance of Emmanuel Haro. Right now, we know that deputies have searched the Haro's house. They say they have surveillance videos from the area of where this incident allegedly happened, but they don't have the exact location of where Rebecca says she was attacked. Jake Haro has hired an attorney. His name is Vincent Hughes. He is defending his client, and he says his client is cooperating with the investigation and willing to give an interview. Here is what he said on Banfield last night on News Nation.
Why have Rebecca and Jake stopped cooperating with the police if they're desperate to find the baby and the police are looking for the baby?
Facts.
I don't know where the statement that they stopped cooperating came from, Ashley. I spoke to the detectives yesterday, offered for Jake to continue to speak with them, have not been made aware of any requests today to speak with Jake. I don't represent Rebecca. That needs to be very clear, but I have not been asked to produce Jake. I offered to produce Jake. They voluntarily turned over all of their electronic devices, including the passwords. I think that's something that's huge that nobody has been made aware of.
Hughes says this couple is begging for the public to help find their son. He also says because their car has been seized and they've handed over their phones and passwords and they live in such a remote area that they can't really do much to help in the search. That attorney was very clear in the interview. He is only representing Jake Haro and not representing Rebecca. There is another suspicious piece of information that's come to light about Rebecca, and it's from a report by KTLA. It's reporting that Rebecca may have been seen with that black eye as early as August 3rd. The Uvalde Foundation for Kids, which is a national nonprofit that advocates for children, was helping with the search in the beginning. But then, once it came to light about inconsistencies in the story that Rebecca was telling, they say they pulled back reward money and resources from that search. Lawandcrime.com reached out to the nonprofit, and this is what they told us. We're receiving information that Emmanuel was not even reported to have been seen at the football game the mother alleged they were all at. As an eyewitness report that the mother's apparent bruise acquired during the attack at the Big Five was in fact acquired previous to the incident. We're awaiting further confirmation from law enforcement. All of these, coupled with our previous notes, have led to our decision. One of the big tools that we've been using in covering this case out of California has been truthfinder.com.
All right, fast forward.
Jake Haro's name in the Truth Finder and his criminal history. Conducting an operation at the home, but shortly after that, they told us Rebecca and Jake Haro were taken into custody accused of murder. At the time of this recording, deputies say they are continuing their search for 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro. Here's a picture that law enforcement put out of the boy. This story started on Thursday night last week when his mom said that she was attacked and the boy was taken when she went to change him in a parking lot of a sporting goods store about 20 minutes from their home in Yucaipa, California.
I laid him down and so I could get his diapers ready. And somebody said, "Hola," and that's
Law and Crime. I swear,
remember.
y'all just play the
Rebecca
same
said
fucking
that
clips
on
over and over and over again,
KABC
dude.
TV. Here is what Jake Haro, the dad, said.
Whoever took our son.
All right, I'm done with you. I'm done with Law and Crime. I'm
He's
done.
giving
They didn't bring any. Is there any new information in this case?
I
Go
don't
ahead.
know, but these motherfuckers, neither one of them are crying. They're both just acting like they're trying to cry. It's crazy. It's completely evident. Like you could straight tell he's like acting and he's doing a horrible job. So is she. She's not even crying, bro. She's trying to cry. You know,
Kayla, I took
making
it.
it look like she's crying.
Kayla, I took it down for a second. Go ahead and see if you can find anything new in the case and look in the chat if anybody brings some links up. I see B said something earlier about some new stuff that came up. I thought Long Crime would have it. Long Crime,
Right.
I don't know. I mean, they even gave us no new information. Nothing.
Yeah, this is a crazy case, and we're gonna have to definitely dive deeper because it's crazy. Right now, it's looking crazy. You know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. DBS was up here. I don't know what the heck what happened with him.
He popped in and popped out. Yo, maybe he took that flight to fight.
Yeah. Yeah, right. That was
He
so
said, "Yeah,
stupid.
right." Took the
Yeah,
fight to
right.
flight and said, "Yeah, right."
They're both not gonna fight, man. That was a waste of
We've
I
been
can't
hearing
get
this
that
shit for
back.
years.
I can't get that time back in my life at all. That 15, what was it, 15 minutes of that?
Nah, that shit was longer than that, bro. But we've seen this happen time and time again. Him offer him to fly him out and shit. This is crazy.
Yeah, speaking of that, I'm gonna get this Wade Wilson information up real quick. Let's play them two, Pino and DBS real quick.
YouTube Street. Yeah.
Classy. Head back and she gonna do the petty bop with it. I remember they been smoking a lot of rock and they wouldn't ever die. Now they hard start with it. Take 2 steps back, petty bop now. Looking like a week in the burners with it. She like.
Welcome to the Smoke Show. Tonight we have a duet by everyone's favorite enemies, P, No, and DBS.
Where the rap boy at? The one that likes to run his mouth, acting like he's fire, more like the joke of the South. You think you're funny, but need to take it down a notch. We already seen your phone real quick over Tony Hawk Watch. CBS with the drama, man, you always need a scene. Trying to play the hero, but your cape's looking lean. You may be talking like your thunder, but your lightning's all pretend. What gangs were you a part of? Please tell me once again. You say you're real, you a joke with shiny teeth. Pino. Who you talking to and why you shaking like a leaf? Pino. You're a glitch in the system, just a bug in the code. Pino. Yet you still be listening to every word I unload. Oh, we're at it again, throwing fire, cause we ain't friends, enemies on the same show. So the fight never ends. Call it hate, call it fate, but it's all the same spin. You push, I pull, then we're back at it again.
YouTube Streets.
Back at it again. Back at it again. Name a Brooklyn pizza place and I'll buy your ass a pie. Pino stays smooth like Johnny Gill singing my. Why you even talking? I can't stand to hear your voice. Are you tough or not? Will you please just make a fucking choice? Who you talking to, the lame? You the rat that fucking told. Back before you got caught jacking to that motherfucking CO. You say I'm the problem, but trouble finds you wherever you go. Keep swinging that cheap ass sword, you Ninja Turtle looking hoe. I know you can't quit me, I live in your head. I talk to you in your dreams, I'm the monster under your bed. You're the mirror I hate, but just can't seem to look away. You're the war in my heart that I be fighting every single day. At it again, throwing fire, cause we ain't friends, enemies on the same show. So the fight never ends. Call it hate, call it fate, but it's all the same spin. You push, I pull, then we're back at it again.
Yo.
Okay,
Yo.
it never gets old. It never gets old.
Nah. That one's a classic, man. Big shout out to Smokey. Hey, Smokey's one of my favorite. And you know I don't fuck with the AI, but yo, Smokey is damn near one of my favorite YouTube channels, man. Big shout out to Smokey.
Salute to Heather, salute to Little Smokey in the chat, Irony, Fisticuffs, so there's that, Carolyn Cooper, DB Bentley, I
Yeah.
seen earlier in the live. Everybody that coming through, I appreciate y'all. You already know what it is. Timu, I see you, brother. Okay, so I do want to say, man, Slut Lana, you got booted, and we're gonna get back to Emmanuel in a minute because Kayla
Yeah.
did say that she does have a report saying they talked to a family member. Um,
Hell
but
yeah.
I
Shout out to Plug Wife. Salute.
I want to say this. Shout out to Jess Coast too. I see you in the chat. Okay, so Slut Lana, you got your ass booted out of fucking Teen Weight already? God, man, you didn't last long at all. So Melissa, this person Melissa, I have spoken decided as the only remaining members of the team that will continue to support him and his supporters. All of us, as of today, we are no longer members of the team. It is time for good of Wade, and you're good to hand over control to stronger hands. I have passed on to him. I don't know. Maybe this person doesn't really know English and they translated this or something, or I just
Right.
can't fucking read tonight. But let me see. I have passed on to him the information. I think it is right to hand over the team to the person closest to him, and is Angelica. Yes, this is the same Angelica from Swanee's call log. Yeah, we did see that call log, by the way. We did see that. We did see that Angelica was the one calling, he was calling Angelica. We will not make up fake names or deceive you. Angelica is Wade's close friends. Oh, that was a shot at Jesse right there.
Yeah, facts. And it could be broken English if it's somebody like Svetlana or Vivian or some shit trying to do this shit or someone like that from another country. It could. That's a good point.
Yeah, we will not use fake names and deceive you. Angelica is Wade's close friends. They are always in touch, and most importantly, she is also on his visiting list, which means that when he is able to visit again, she will visit him. Convey all your kind words and wishes, and we'll always have information for you. She is also a U.S. citizen, which I'm probably not, which allows her to receive all documents, reports, and information faster. Wade trusts her and her values very much. The great leader for you. She's a great leader for you. All blah 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 blah. Basically, Svetlana got the boot. You're out of there. Jesse was out of there. Now Svetlana's out of there. They're
See you,
rotating them,
right?
bro.
You out. You out. See
So
you
we gotta
later.
unlock these people, man. So they say their names are out, but are their faces out? I mean, is that really their names? Like,
Right.
so Melissa, that's your real name, and Angela and Angelica Angie
We
Mo.
we've heard
Yeah.
Lawson try to use aliases in the beginning. Even Jesse, I think at one point, everybody was at one point using a different name. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure we're gonna have to. We'll revisit to this. You know us. We're gonna keep you updated on Wade Wilson shit. We're always going
Yeah.
to do that. Not that much tonight though. But let's get to Mackenzie real quick before we get back to Emmanuel. So we got hit with this privacy concern from
Oh shit.
Papa Steve, Timu Steve, Papa Steve too.
Oh
So
yeah. Yeah.
this is what happened. We did okay. First of all, they can't hit us with a privacy complaint when the video. And Steve, you're such a fucking idiot. This is why when you. This is why in that another dude had the same issue too. In the other community we were in, Ronnie, where you do a
Right.
work video where you go
Yeah.
on there and you do something for your job, and
Yeah.
then thinking that it's not going to come out, and people are going to find your fucking work videos, right?
Of course.
So I would refuse them if you're on the internet or you're part of a high profile case. Now his job did get doxxed, but I mean he's the one that fucking doxed it. I mean he's the one that said what the fuck he's doing, and they
Right.
can't do nothing about us showing the video, right?
Yeah, we're
They
just reacting to what somebody else posted. At the end of the day, that's blasphemy. Like that's crazy. Like that's blasphemy.
Yes, thank you. Bring up the comments like that. Because someone answered this. Apparently, no one has seen the baby at all. Why report him missing? They would have gotten away with if they haven't drawn attention to themselves. Yeah, Cooper. So if this is what I,
That's a guilty conscience jumping the gun. Go ahead, plug my
yeah,
bad, but just my first
you're right.
instinct is guilty
Guilty.
conscience jumping
Yep.
the gun.
Jumping the gun, guilty conscious, and if baby Emmanuel didn't have a birth certificate and social security card, they're
Right.
really stupid. They could have really got away with it, but they didn't. They're idiots, and thank
That's
God they
what makes
did it.
me think,
So
right? Of course, but that's what makes me think there might be more to it. But we'll have to see what comes out, bro. But just the fact that the biggest red flag in the play, other than their interviews, right, was the fact that this dude was charged with a crime in the past involving a child. Got slapped on the wrist, did it again, and they better go hard on this dude. Pause. You feel me? Like they better throw the book at him this time. And if, even if they don't, even if he gets light time, if he get put in the right place with the right people, karma will come around. You feel me? You
yeah,
know that.
Lisa, they
You
wanted
know
that
that.
money. They wanted to make a GoFundMe or something and
You know
get a
that.
bag off that, right?
Mhm. You know
They,
that.
they wanted to make a bag off that. They wanted to
Big
try to make
facts.
money off their bone killing.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so
Absolutely, no doubt. And money and clout too. You know what I mean?
yeah, no, definitely yeah, they want the fame too, and it made it a high profile case. I mean, it is. Uh, but real quick, just a conclusion with Mackenzie Sharilla right now. Um, I got 3 videos coming out. I got her, dude. Honestly, she did some fucked up shit days before the
Yep.
murders. She did some shit where it's just not right, bro. Like she hit a lick, bro. She was hitting
Wow.
licks and stupid shit. I got that coming.
That shows you a lot about character, bro. And I got a few shots up. Yo, I got some crazy shots on the YouTube Street Shot channel with Mackenzie Shirella. Everyone go check that out, bro. It gives a lot of context about her character and who she is as a person. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Crazy.
But just to tell these parents, man, um the dad, you're not going to get fired from your job. Like you're not going to get fired because your daughter did that. The way you're going to get fired is doing don't go on the internet and start doing stupid ass shit. Because I can already see they're already doing shit on Facebook. I seen comments. They have their own little Facebook group,
Yeah. Don't
and
even react. Don't even add fuel to the fire. That
yeah,
stick really scares me.
you want to come on and do stupid shit. You're gonna have us react to it. So
Yeah.
that's the first thing.
Facts.
And I heard that there's, listen, bro, and we can all already assume we have not heard the worst call yet. We have
Facts.
not heard the worst. You know that phone's call for prison has hundreds of these calls.
Yeah.
Let's get to the facts. They're not going to come with like 20 calls.
And
They're
bro,
coming with like 100 and something calls.
she's gonna end up hanging herself, bro, because it's like this, right? She says a lot, right? She got an attitude, right? She got this attitude, right? And the mother's trying to maintain it. She's trying to control it, compose it, and detain it, if you will. She's trying to like deframe. She's trying to tell her to shut the fuck up and say less, basically. But because of her attitude and her anger, it's just a matter of time before she says or does too much, and it's gonna end her up in more trouble, or they're gonna even have more evidence that they already do now. That's just my opinion. What the fuck is that? Yo,
I just want to hear you laugh, man. Hey,
oh
this is the
shit.
best R&B group out right now. Thigh, have you heard of Thigh?
Yo, bro, I thought
It's
that was
Poeta Flacco and
Flacco.
Brand. It is
Yo,
Flacco. It's Flacco.
yo, that is
Uh,
crazy.
fucking
Oh
Flacco,
shit.
dude.
I'm late in the joint. I almost
That
died because
motherfucker
of
said
that.
he's the king of LA, bro. You need to shut his fucking ass up.
He's the fucking queen of I don't even want to say what, but not this country.
All right, let's see what. All right, so first of all, JLR, this dude is the dude that got the BJ from Bullhorn Betty, right?
Whoa.
But behind the Chili's that
Oh, yo, yeah,
It's
yeah,
funny.
yeah.
It's the same Chili's. Kaylee, when I met Kayla, she used to work at the Burger King across from this Chili's, so she
Right.
knows exactly. Actually, we've been to many dates at this Chili's that she got that this dude JLR got head from Bullhead Betty
That's
behind the
crazy.
dumpster at. And listen, that area is you can ask Kayla. It's not a
That's that area.
that's the trenches. Like the straight up.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I was.
Obviously, if
This
they
is
out back
14th
getting it
Street.
in, you know what I'm saying?
This is
Like
some 14th Street shit right here. Let's go, man. Shout out to him.
YouTube streets.
Breaking news, breaking news. Jake's ex's mom. She speaks out and she calls Jake the devil. Whoa.
Whoa.
This is, Margarita Avina. She is the ex-mother-in-law to Jake Haro. Jake Haro arrested in connection with the murder of his 7-month-old child, baby boy, Emmanuel, who has still not been found, presumed dead. But Jake was married before he hooked up with Rebecca, his current wife, who is also arrested. Jake was married to a Vanessa, and Vanessa and Jake had a child, and Jake did some harmful things to that child there, an innocent baby, along with Vanessa, and they both got charged and pled guilty. This is her mom. This is Vanessa's mom, Margarita, and she gave an interview with the Sun, and she shares a lot of details about the child that they had and about Jake.
Ronnie, you see what this guy does,
person.
though, right? I just want to point this out. It has nothing to do with what's going on with this, real quick. But you see how he has the phone and he has the other phone. Like, honestly, Ronnie, you could do this shit.
Oh,
Ronnie,
I've done
you
this
could.
shit. I do
you
this
could
shit on
take it.
FaceTime. Yo, I
Yeah,
do this
you
shit on
could.
FaceTime all the time when I'm talking to someone. I'm like, look at this shit, showing them my other phone because you know I got 2 phones. But
You could
yeah,
take his
bro,
shit, man. You could definitely take his
I've
shit.
been doing this shit behind the scenes, but I know what you mean. But the way he says their names is crazy. That's just funny.
Yeah, he's not even saying their names.
He's like Vanessa.
Vanessa, yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie, this is a hard dude. This dude's a fucking hard worker. I will give it to him. He's a hard working motherfucker, bro. Let's go.
Would happen again with Jake. Whoa. I'm going to share what she had to say here to the Sun, and then we will further discuss. Check it out. So this bombshell report comes from the Sun, who interviewed Jake Haro's former mother-in-law. The mother-in-law that you see on the right side of the screen here says, I knew he would do something like this again. She goes on to say they blamed my daughter.
Well, you can't say shit like that.
The devil.
You can't say shit like that when we have a dead baby right now. Like that's the shit that pisses me off. Like, and then
what do you like at that? They don't even have. This is just horrible.
So what are we supposed to do? Coddle you because you think because you could have stopped it? You dumbass fucking bitch.
The mother. That shit.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. Oh, he's from where you're from too, Ronnie. He is.
Oh, I can tell he has some kind of nice. I thought for a minute he might.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you need to take his shit. But no, but for real, this stupid dude.
See him in person might really take your shit. Nah, I'm kidding.
This shit pisses me off, bro. This is a flag on the motherfucking play, bro.
Great facts.
Oh my gosh.
Margarita claimed as she broke down in tears. And he gets away with murder. He got away with what he did to my granddaughter. They had a granddaughter, Jake and his ex, Vanessa. This is the mother-in-law. This is Vanessa's mom speaking. He got away with murder. He got away with what he did to my granddaughter. The little girl, now 7 years old, was adopted by Vanessa's cousin.
I take back what I said.
Son.
Hey, I apologize to this lady. My bad. Listen. I apologize for saying that to this lady because I was totally wrong right there. It's not her fault. She did do what she was supposed to do. The judge, I gotta remember, the fucking judge. That's the piece of shit that didn't put this dude in prison. He still would have, because, oh man.
But that's real shit that you could reach out and take.
Yeah, no, I
you
just
don't see that very often up here, so respect.
Yeah, do not clip me out of context. That was horrible. Do not. They got to play this whole thing. If they do, I swear to God, I'll eat you fucking up if you don't play the whole thing. Whoever clips us, go ahead.
District Attorney Michael Hestron.
Because I did not mean that. Because at first, look, when we first hear it, we're like, if we don't know that the judge did that and she had that red flag, yeah, I'm gonna come with that reaction. But thinking about it now, yeah, the mother-in-law of that situation, the judge fucked up. And the mom too over there that had nothing to do. I'm
Well,
from what we know.
your initial reaction is going to be different than the one where you hear the case and actually go through the facts and actually learn about what's going on. You're going to have a different kind of concept, a different perspective, if you will. You know what I mean?
Oh, the mother was charged with abuse and the children were taken away. Thank you, B. Wow. So her own daughter did all that too. Okay, so maybe I might not have to apologize, but go ahead,
No, no,
Ronnie.
no. No, I'm
We'll
just talking
find
about.
out.
I'm just talking about perception versus perspective. That's all. The more we learn, the better we'll do, and the more we'll know. You know.
That the poor 7-year-old is permanently bedridden, the child, and has cerebral palsy as a result of long-term child abuse. Margarita said, I always wanted justice. I leave it to God. I think this is justice, but this didn't have to happen
So
to baby
there's that
Emmanuel. I
respectfully
knew
with
he
Dolly
would.
Vision, right? All right, this is the thing. I try to share and respect what he's got going on. But when somebody was like, yo, YouTube Streets, and he's like, we don't mention other channels over here. And I was like, damn. And then we're
Oh
obligated.
shit!
And
It's
then
like
it
that.
kind of,
Right.
I was thinking about, I was like, man, we could do that too, not mention no other channels. But I was like, damn, but we're the fucking YouTube Streets.
Right.
We're obligated. I mean, we
We
cover
don't gotta
you.
stoop. We don't gotta stoop to nobody's level. We're gonna do us. The
Yeah, no,
true us.
I've already seen some shit on Dolly fucking Vision.
Right.
Um, yeah, we'll get to that later. We'll get to that later.
Facts.
Fuck. You know, fuck all these other fucking channels. But let's go.
Thug life
Do
is
something
fucking
like
law.
this
YouTube Streets are
again.
nothing, man.
This poor baby.
Yeah.
We just don't go
It's been
live as much as them
traumatizing, but
because we got fucking jobs.
We got shit to do.
Yeah, we got 9 to 5s.
We got lives to live. You know what I mean? But we here. Yeah.
Actually, I worked 55 hours this week. It was horrible. Horrible.
Crazy.
I wish I had an easy like Dolly Vision, just sit there all day on live stream.
Right. Shit.
I knew he would do it. Look what he did to my granddaughter. I hope he pays. He has destroyed lives. Although Vanessa eventually pleaded guilty herself, her mom claims she was abused by Jake and would never harm their child, insisting she wasn't in her right state of mind. My daughter is nothing compared to what they are saying, she said. It's very, very upsetting. It hurts. This, Jake's arrest, brings back everything that happened. I can't even sleep. I don't think my daughter was all there. He would tell her that nobody loved her. She was abused. I would grab her and say, you need to leave.
Okay, so
You need to do
if we're
something.
sympathizing
She
this
would never
daughter,
do anything.
then are we
My
going to
daughter would-
sympathize Emmanuel's mom too? Because it sounds like it's the same fucking situation.
Right.
So what? So we're gonna say I understand that they got abused, but there still has to be some kind of accountability
Yeah,
for being
it's an
accessories.
unhealthy environment, right? Yeah, in the first
You can
place.
separate yourself, man. You can literally you can separate yourself. Get your babies out of that situation. You're not a good parent by
What the
keeping your
fuck is
babies
wrong
around a
with these
guy like
people?
this.
Right.
I don't give a fuck about no mental health right now, man. Get your babies away from people like this.
Yeah, facts.
Never touch her kids. She has another kid baby. You should see how she is with this kid if the baby even has a scratch. She goes on to say, my daughter is still going through this, not having her children. She wanted her kids. Vanessa, through her mother, has declined to comment on the case and has allegedly hired lawyers as she speaks to police about her experience with her ex. Whoa, she hired lawyers, the ex. Maybe a police report there, something going on. Jake might get some charges of what he did to his ex. A warrant from the 218 incident alleges Vanessa had left her home to drop off another child to school and returned 40 minutes later. Jake claimed the baby had a fever and he gave her a Tylenol, after which he put her down. Goes on to say, the document claims Jake eventually admitted to Vanessa that he had dropped the child in the sink and her chest hit the center divider of the dual basin. She never showed any signs or injuries. They allegedly went to bed hours later, but Vanessa then woke up in the middle of the night claiming something was wrong with the baby. Margarita alleges that Jake only told Vanessa he dropped the baby after she woke him up. Whoa, I got a call at 5 o'clock in the morning and she says, Mom, I'm in the hospital. The baby doesn't want to feed. She was breastfeeding. She said Jake didn't want me to bring the baby. I think the baby was convulsing like a seizure. And that's when she called me. She's like, Mom, you need to come and take care of my kids. It's bad, Mom. Just come. I got over there. She called me again. She said Jake had admitted to dropping the baby. I'm like, what? Why didn't he tell you that from the beginning? Jake switched and threatened her. I'm going to make sure they take your kids away and you die in jail. That's what Jake allegedly told Vanessa, according to his mother-in-law here.
This is
When they
crazy,
went,
bro. And listen, was there ever an incident report from the jump when they when they dropped the baby in the sink that they at least take it to the hospital? And, like,
Yeah, that's what it is right there. That's what they're saying. So they took him and he admitted it in the hospital, and that's why the charges
what did he
came.
take him right away, or was this after the
I think
fact?
the baby couldn't breastfeed or
See,
breathe.
that's so they didn't take the baby right away. Listen, you don't even let, if a kid hits the head, you don't even let him fall asleep, let alone not take him to the hospital if it's that serious. If they're that small, you drop them in a fucking sink. What's wrong with you? You take them to the hospital just to get them checked out. Be on the safe side. This is your baby's life. Like, these fucking people are crazy, bro.
went to the hospital in Hemet. The doctor said the baby had fractured bones. They took her to another hospital. I guess
Hello, ma'am.
used
Hold on real
fluorescent
quick.
lights
Hold
and
on
saw
real quick.
marks
Hello, ma'am. What is your issue? What is your complaint? Put it in the comments later. Continue.
on her neck and stuff, like he shook the baby. When my daughter found all that out, she was like, what did you do to my baby? What did you do? She'd taken the baby to the doctor before because they were brown patches underneath her eyes, and she didn't know what was wrong with her. But they said everything was fine. There was nothing wrong with her. Margarita claims she tried to get the previous medical records for the child for her court case, but could not obtain them. The grandmother alleges Vanessa lived with her until she fell pregnant with her and Jake's first child, and she was unaware for months they had secretly married. Ooh. She said, I couldn't talk to her. I couldn't see her. He isolated her from her family. He didn't want her to work. She used to work in Walmart at the Vision Center. Okay, so Jake worked at Walmart too. She was a good worker, and he met her there. Sometimes I would go and visit her, and she wouldn't even open the door, so I didn't know if she was bruised or beat up. I would try to take food, and she would make excuses that they weren't home. Sometimes I blamed myself. Margarita claims her daughter's story was never believed, and she eventually pled guilty and served community service and had to attend child engagement classes. The grandmother said they were allowed visits to the children for a while, but they fell out with the cousin who adopted them and not been seen for 2 years. Margarita claims she was desperate to adopt them and bought a bigger house thinking she would get them back. She said, we miss the children. My daughter is missing her kids. Margarita saw the interview of Jake appearing distressed on TV with his new wife, Rebecca, after their son went missing, but she says she didn't believe the story or fake tears. She said, I saw all that. I knew he was lying. I knew he was lying. He's a liar and a manipulator. This has opened old wounds. To me, I wouldn't want him. To me,
I wouldn't want him to be sentenced to death. That's just an easy way out. I want him to go to prison for the rest of his life. Now, unfortunately, they're in California, and you sit in the same people that live in California vote to not have the death penalty. So I don't think, and they don't do the death penalty. Oh, they might have the death penalty, but they don't do the death penalty on that crime right
But
there.
like we said, they're very strict on the inside. So either way, he's gonna get his, and calm as a motherfucker, man. That's, she's a bitch, and she'll get you every time.
Yeah. Prison with no parole.
I wouldn't want him to be sentenced to death. That's an easy way out. I want him to go to prison for the rest of his life. Whoa. Okay, so we got some backstory here. Mother-in-law here, Margarita, speaking about Jake, speaking about the child, speaking about the relationship between Jake and Vanessa. Let me know what you think. What did you get out of all that? So, Jake should have been in prison.
All right.
We all know that.
Thank you, Caleb. Thank you. Oh man, baby Emmanuel, man.
That's devastating, bro. That's crazy. We're talking about a baby's life. You know what I mean? That's crazy. And there's a flag when she claims it was abducted or kidnapped or whatever because they said they had cameras, they had surveillance, but no location. Once I heard no location, that's a red flag. How could you not tell them where you were when your baby allegedly got snatched? You know what I mean? But she definitely looks like the poop emoji. Whoever said that in the chat was dead right. Facts.
They might give the DP in California, but they didn't carry it out. He's gonna have to get life in prison with no parole, and just like Ronnie says, street justice, prison justice, justice will be served.
Yeah.
Knowing that it happened in that state, gives me a little bit
Yeah.
of hope that
Right.
like let's say like Brian Koberger was in California. I think the chances of him getting touched would be
Yeah. Even like the
significantly
Wade
higher.
Wilson, they definitely cleaned up their trash in there. You know what I mean? The
Wade
police taking
Wilson
them
would already
to
be
jail.
dead. I think Wade
Yeah.
Wilson would already be a dead man because he just can't help himself.
Right. Yeah, he's a whole weirdo too. Plus, he's a predator and he's gay for the state, so that shit would be all bad real fast.
Yeah, and he's a booty bandit. He's a booty bandit. He takes it in the booty. He fucking snitches. Dude, he'd be the
Whoa.
worst California inmate.
You
The
say
Aryan
yup for
Brotherhood would
yupping.
just take him out. The Aryan Brotherhood would definitely have killed Wade Wilson.
Yo, there's
They,
so many organizations even under them, you know what I mean? Like Crazy White Boys, Dirty White Boys, Aryan Nation, the Aryan Circle, and so many other
just the
Nazis,
woods.
skinheads, Nazis, Woods, that all they would probably, it's real political out
And
there,
crazy
so it'd
white
be real
boys.
ugly for them. You know what I mean? Shout out to the C Dubs, salute, boy,
Let's talk about the East
Scandalous
Coast and
Squad.
in Atlanta. Now they're calling Ratlanta right now. Transitioning out of baby Emmanuel, RIP. We honestly I do hope you're alive, but the police said he already passed and RIP, in
But
conclusion.
like you said, in conclusion, they might have some type of evidence that hasn't been released yet because they have a reason to believe that he's, unalive. So
They said they that definitely said he passed away. They believe he
yes,
passed. They believe he passed away. But let's get to Ratlanta, man. How's Atlanta looking right now? Because Young Thug interrogation tape came out, and after Young Thug has been, going at Gunna for, basically the same plea deal he took.
right.
Uh, how you feel about this?
I think it's crazy, bro. Let me circle back, right? Because we talked about this earlier. Do you think 1090 is eventually gonna make a video on it, or you think he's gonna completely switch lanes?
Oh man, I can't believe you just hit me with that. All right, so no, I don't think he can because even though he said 1090 Jake said he dropped his flag, at the end of the day, he's in Florida, and
Right,
that organization is Sex Money Murder, and and YSL has a connection with that. I think he's always had
right,
a connection with Doug, and that's why he's been covering the YSL case with the actual people that cooperated in it.
right.
And then when Doug took his plea deal, he didn't bring up that he took the same plea deal as
Yeah.
Gunna.
And
You
I feel
know,
you, bro. Honestly, that I probably agree with you if I haven't seen the title of that shot that he just dropped. So it kind of gave me a feeling that he might. You feel me? Because that was a slight. Let's keep it a buck. Like even the title, the implications, the allegations, whatever is crazy. So we'll see.
now Wack
But
100 came up with this new. So he basically made new 10. Okay, so the New Testament of snitching, 10 commandments, and he basically is justifying now for the new generation of snitching. Rule number 1 is you could snitch on somebody that snitched on you. How do you feel about that?
that's crazy. Like I've been saying for years, bro. Yo, like I've been saying for years, bro. Since we first started this shit, we first started riding the YouTube streets, popping wheelies and shit, bro. Telling is telling, period.
Now, do you want? I don't know if we want to do it, bro. Do we want me to
Oh
send a
man.
link? I'll link to
Oh,
him and
send
fucking
him the
make him break
link
it
and
down.
have him drop the ten snitch commandments. One. 10 snitch commandments. One. That's crazy, bro. He trying to write the book on this shit. Well, he does get the badge, bro. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You know where it's at. YouTube Streets Podcast. It's your guy, Blue Eyes. Boston Boss, Malden May, Mass Mobs, the Scandalous Squads, the Ronnie Blue Eyes, the Ruler, and New Age Plug, El Plaga. Yeah, he did it
Now,
again. Now,
last time he was up here, they said that he bodied us, but
man, nah, he didn't body us, though.
I'll let him
Listen,
get his shit off.
listen, bro. Who's the real one when you can sit back and keep it real, son? What you mean? Because we ain't tripping, we bugging? Come on, you bugging and you tripping.
All right, one of these rules, Ronnie, he says, so basically he says, okay, if you're in a car with somebody, okay, if you okay, let's say if a Canadian, I always bring up Eddie. If Eddie bars my car, if Eddie,
Canadian jail war stories, bro. When he
yeah,
changed his
oh
name
yeah,
to
we're gonna bring
Talking
up the
Time in the
dub.
Six.
Oh, we're gonna bring up the dub paperwork too. Well, I'm gonna bring that up
Oh
too later on. We'll talk
shit!
about dub to come up in a little bit. But
This
basically,
getting crazy.
Eddie in the car, right? Eddie bars my car and he leaves like
Plug,
a
why the
pound.
fuck would you let Eddie ball
I
your
know.
car?
I don't know why
You
Eddie.
can't let Eddie ball your car, bro. What the fuck? He ain't
So
never ball on my car, for the
so
record.
so Eddie leaves an 8 ball of coke in the car, right? I
So
get back in my car, get pulled over, caught with the coke.
you can't
So
tell him you let somebody borrow your car. That's telling.
I know. So well, now in the New Testament it says that Eddie has 72 hours to claim it. He has 72 hours to go take the charge. If he doesn't, then
Well,
you
that
have the
ain't
right to
new. That
snitch.
always been some stand up shit out here. I've seen my father take years just for keeping his mouth shut. I've seen other people step up and say, you know, it was theirs or it was me to save other people from getting in their situations when they was already wrapped up in certain situations. So I've seen that out here in Boston with the Irish and the Italians. There's a code of honor, there's a code of conduct, morals, integrity, you know, saying loyalty, respect, honor. That shit still existed at this time. So I can understand in a way for some shit, but this New Testament shit is crazy.
I know because the first
And Wack
commandment.
is the author is crazy.
Yeah, Wack wrote this. Wack wrote this out. And Pino is technically not a snitch no more then. If you really
Oh
want to get
shit.
technical, because it says if someone snitches on you, you can snitch on them. And then it says the 72-hour rule with somebody,
Yeah.
then you can have a fall guy. Now the fall guy rule.
Yeah, yeah. See,
Explain the fall
so
guy real
so
quick.
the New Testament is basically he's remixing some old shit and just putting it together. Because everything you've mentioned so far, I've heard of in the past, right? It's just some old school shit, and he's rewriting it. This is like a remix, bro. But the Fall Guy shit is like this. That's exactly what the point I was trying to make earlier when somebody took the credit for a crime because they already had a record and they saving someone else from catching a record. Now, out here, when you mobbed up like the Irish or the Italian or something like that, there's a hierarchy. So it's expected that there are fall guys because you don't want to take the head off the snake. So we got to keep the whole body intact. So it's like there's a food chain. There's a hierarchy. You feel me? Fall Guys is a real thing. Like even when we go out riding dirt bike back in the days, if anybody was heavy, the other ones would take off acting a fool, wailing and shit like that. So the police chase them, and the ones that need to get away get away. That's always the thing.
Yes, you're good. You're good. You can go watch your show, Kayla. Um, So another rule is and I don't agree with this one at all. I think he made this up for. I honestly think he might have something under his. He might have something on his
Yeah.
jacket for making this list. Because listen to
If
this
they
rule.
let him wear a badge, if they give him some kind of badge.
I know, right? Listen to this fucking rule though. He says that basically, if you snitched 20 years ago and you wasn't a celebrity then, and then became a
Like
celebrity,
the
and
fuck? Hold on.
they
My
expose
bad,
you.
plug.
If they expose you, then you're clear. You're clear because it's a
That's
20-year
great.
statute of
Now he's saying
limitation.
there's a statute of limitation on fucking snitching. Is crazy.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's kind
That's
of like
it.
very particular what
That's
he's
the only
saying,
one.
bro.
That's the only one I never heard of. So I think
Oh, I
that's the
like
only
this one
one
though.
that's the only one he freestyle, bro. And he might have some skeletons in his closet or some shit.
I like this one because I think it applies to the 6ix9ine situation. So basically, he's saying that if you okay, so he's basically saying if me and you go and grab somebody that hasn't snitched yet, right?
Like,
But
yeah,
then but then we put them on and then they go and snitch, we
yeah,
also
like a
get labeled as a
civilian,
snitch.
like a civilian or a citizen or something. It's like you're held accountable. You know what I mean? But that 6ix9ine shit is like when you bring someone weak, you're only as strong as as your weakest link, right? And when you bring somebody like that in the circle, I seen that shit coming from a mile away, bro. I seen he was gonna take people down. I knew he was gonna talk. I could tell from the jump, and it all unfolded just like I told it. But yeah,
Hmm.
that one's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, man,
Because you're a
it's
celebrity 20 years later, like, yo, what's the celebrity part got to do with it? Even if he was trying to make an argument on the 20 years time, because people change in 20 years, let's be real.
right.
But the celebrity shit is just like, what the fuck? There's no relevancy.
Okay, so this one would actually make K Frog not a snitch. So he basically says that if you're allowed to you're allowed, okay, so if a family member writes a police report on you, you're allowed to write a police report back. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this. What do you I guess it depends on the
I mean, I guess
situation.
you're allowed to, depending on the situation. It doesn't mean you have to. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't mean you should do it. But this shit is crazy, bro. Who gave him the authority to to write the book? This is West Coast only, bro. This shit ain't flying over here, bro.
Now, there is some leaked videos of one of the YouTubers dubs that come up,
Oh
Ronnie.
shit.
Now,
Now that's
there's
a throwback. Remember one of our first
I
podcast
know.
episodes we exposed this crazy shit. Now it's circling back years later. That's crazy.
I know, man. There's some good times, man. Oh, but yeah, no. Basically, some body cams dropped on them, and then
No.
this
Please,
a police report dropped on them, and
please tell
they
me we have this body cam. No?
okay. So no, we do have clips of the body cam, but this is my issue with the body cam. We're not getting they're not giving.
Is it
We
out
would.
of context?
It's well, no.
Not in order?
I wouldn't even say that. The issue is that we need every body cam from every officer. There's two
Right.
officers, and they're
Yep.
giving us one. So I want both
So it's
sides,
only one narrative type. Okay, I hear you. I agree.
and then the other dude that got arrested too when he pulled up the dub, we would have to have the whole body, all of it. You had to put
Yeah.
and but what I've seen on the body cam uh was crazy because Dub was welding somebody's RV and he got arrested when he was like he was working,
Yo.
which is crazy. It kind of
That's
goes
some
against
that's some crazy shit.
but I do want to say this that his paperwork this other paperwork came up saying that he was in a hotel room with a minor Ronnie. But I don't know.
Yo.
I think it's but I was looking at it. It doesn't make a lot of sense because
Yo, that threw me all the way off plug that I forgot who the fuck we was talking about. Like who that what?
yeah, well, at first I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" But I think
Yo.
it's a typo, bro.
Oh,
Let me see if I have it.
that's one fucking hell of a that's something you get sued over. That ain't
Well,
a
they
typo. That fuck up your whole
because
life, bro.
they typoed her birth date, right? And then they said that they got her driver license. Like if she was 15,
Yo.
she wouldn't have a driver license. They
Yo,
don't say her age.
defamation of character, dude, bro. That'd be a lawsuit in a minute, bro. Nah, if homeboy didn't do it, he would never stand for that. He'd be suing or something.
I thought I had it. I guess I don't. I guess I don't have it. But it's yeah. It's pretty. That's pretty crazy.
Next time we have DVS up here, we're gonna have to react to
Yeah,
Dub's body cams.
maybe we'll react to the body cam and all that stuff later on, you know. Uh but yeah, no, I had a great night though. We're an hour 43 in. There's Liddy.
Yeah, they lit in the chat. They riding with us, YouTube Streets podcast. We got 161 in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button if you like something. I appreciate you. Salute. Hey, yo, plug. There's a law going on out here in Massachusetts. Shit's been going crazy. I just uploaded some new videos, a bunch of shorts, bro. A bunch of shorts on my Ronnie Blue Eyes page and on my Boston Boss page. police everywhere. I was walking my dog, bro. My dog was watching everybody and everything. This shit's a crazy. Make sure you go check it out, bro. You already know YouTube streets. They riding with us, popping willies.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, Barry Wood says major typo, and then they blacked out the B day. Yeah, so I seen that. We're not gonna.
That's crazy.
Barry Wood. This is the thing, though. We'll cover it factual, right? But
Yeah,
we're gonna cover the body cam too. So, but if he's like people say he cried on the body cam, if he cried on the body cam, we gotta cover it. We're gonna cover it either way. But on the paperwork part, I do agree. I think to me, it looks like a typo. I'm going to do my own individual research to confirm that,
yeah,
but I'm not
definitely.
going to put no smut on no one's name on that part. But but he's got other fucking smut on his name anyways, so it
Right.
really don't fucking matter. But anyways, yeah, man, Ronnie, Massachusetts. I know it's fucking getting crazy out there, man. Stay safe, bro.
You already
Stay
know,
safe.
man. Scandalous Squad, El Plaga, Ronnie Blue Eyes, YouTube streets. We out. Peace.
I appreciate everybody that came tonight. YouTube Streets Podcast. Thank you, Creed. Thank you to the chat. Barry Wood, there's that. Anthony Woods, Holly, Irony, Chicago West, Trav. Shout to Trav, shout to Tex. He cried in paperwork. LOL. Keisha Jean, LOID Ford, you already know. Carolyn Cooper, have a good night. And I cut you off earlier when you were about to say something that I was going to get into, Ronnie. And it's at the tip of my fucking tongue, bro.
I
Pause.
hate when that shit happens, bro. I be in the middle of a sentence. That weed is that good old Cali weed, but nah, I be in the middle of a sentence and forget what the fuck I'm talking about. It happens sometimes. Good
Kim,
luck recovering at the same time.
Jordan, Kim, Barrywood, Holly, Roof.
Lou.
Oh man, there's something I'm forgetting. There's something I'm forgetting.
Was it North or South? Was it Wade Wilson? Was it Mackenzie
Mm,
Shirilla?
The only thing with Mackenzie is we're beefing with her parents now.
That's
We
crazy.
already covered that,
Well,
and
we seen that coming with the mom,
they're
bro.
trying to get our videos took down. That's
That's
it though.
crazy.
LMNAO. Mallory, thank you. Nah, I'm out. I'm sure it's gonna hit me when I get off of here, but yeah, it was a great live.
YouTube streets. Yeah, drop it in the comments, plug. That's all, man. Peace.
We out, man. Oh, we'll be back too. Okay, so yeah, what was it? Oh, I got it. Okay, so we got I can't really say who we're interviewing, but we got a big interview coming
Yeah.
next
Oh,
week.
we got a few, but I never mind the one you're speaking of. I lined up a few, but next week is gonna be crazy. You told me I don't know who yet myself, but we're gonna keep it a surprise. You already know, ride with the guys.
Yeah, and definitely this is what I was gonna say. I asked him last night. I was like, "Hey, dude, I want to get you on. I want to cover McKinsey and a couple things." But I asked Jumpsuit, so we're gonna have Jumpsuit on one of
Oh yeah,
our
that's
next
crazy.
live.
That's
He's gonna be
crazy.
the guest on that live, one of our next lives.
That's crazy that you said that because I thought Pino might pull up tonight, but I was gonna say next week we should have Pablo.
Pino and DVS are both hurt, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Honestly, I think the chat needs to give them, both. I think they both need. I think the chat needs to be hard on both of them to like stop being so emotional. I think the chat
Yeah,
needs to get on their asses, like for
yeah.
real. Thank you, Roof. Thank you, and Mandy. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Riding,
Brian
riding.
Oblivion.
We riding to the wheels fall off YouTube streets. We appreciate you all, man.
Yeah,
Thank you. Hit that like button.
Pino said that he's not coming back on the show.
Oh, he's heated, bro. He's like he didn't take that flight. But yeah, man, what I was saying, shout out to Jumpsuit Pablo. Definitely get him on the show. But yeah, we gotta have Pino. We need to bring back Homie Court, bro. That's all.
Yeah,
We
bring
gotta
back
bring, we
Homie
gotta bring
Court.
back Homie Court.
Team Rampage, Trav. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. That's what I was gonna ask
Yeah, I
Jumpsuit.
was gonna bring up that incident that happened with Rampage Jackson's son. You see him jump in the ring and
Yeah.
hit the wrestler and beat the dog shit out that dude. That shit was bad. Homeboy broke bones in his face. Homeboy was choking on his teeth and his blood. This shit was crazy.
Yeah, so I seen the whole stream, and I actually
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't cover it that night when it came out. I was literally watching it. So
Yeah.
basically, he was told by the wrestling promoter, he's like, well, first, Rampage Jackson's son, he got hit with a can. It kind of looked like a
Yeah.
WWE skip, but he
Yeah,
just had a
the,
concussion.
the wrestler thought he was doing a skit with another wrestler. He had no idea. He even apologized and gave him a freebie. So dude
Yeah,
slammed him, but he shouldn't have hit him with all them shots. That's when shit
yeah,
got
but the promoter
serious.
said go ahead and tag him back. You're gonna be able to tag him back now.
Yeah. So when it comes to that, you get one, right? He went in the ring, he slammed him, he hit him. It should have been over then, but he continued to pound his face in the ground.
Yeah,
That's
you're
when
right.
that's when it went bad.
No, he definitely went back. He
Right.
honestly, I think he should be definitely reprimanded. I don't know how
They're
he
gonna be
doesn't have any
pressing
charges.
charges. No,
I don't think they are. Are
they're
they?
talking about pressing criminal charges. I'm sure his father's gonna have to come out of pocket for a very expensive lawyer. Definitely.
Rampage Jackson himself, he I don't know, bro.
He's
This,
he's solid,
yeah,
bro. Like he's the reason why I didn't like him, he beat my homeboy the Iceman, Chuck Liddell back in the day. But other than that, I fucked with him, you know what I mean?
right is right and what's wrong is wrong. But Twitter has it a different way where
Yeah.
that's a racial topic.
Yeah.
Now, let's be real. Who's in the right and who's in the wrong? Who
Right.
now you think now that dude was a veteran, dude. Let's get to the
Right.
facts.
Yeah,
That
facts.
dude's
And
a
his
that
face was fucked up. The damage is crazy, bro. The medical bills alone, bro, I smell a lawsuit coming straight up. At least, if not criminal charges, there's gonna be a lawsuit, bro. And speaking of lawsuits, Kim Kardashian is trying to be a lawyer, bro.
yeah, she's been
On
she's
some
been trying to
legally
do it.
blonde shit. Like, what the fuck?
She's been
Even
trying
though
to be
she
a
ain't
fucking
blonde,
lawyer.
she talk about being a lawyer, bro.
Her dad was a great lawyer. She probably has it in her.
Yeah, he was on the OJ trial, bro. Oh, she got something in her. It ain't no lawyer. Maybe a lawyer smashing. That's the only time she got a lawyer in and when a lawyer smashing.
Oh lordy. All right, guys.
Scandalous. We out. YouTube streets. Peace.
That was the fakest laugh I ever did. Haha.
If you recognize my neighborhood, you're getting one of these, motherfucker. You come down to